Hey guys, welcome to our first official podcast.
All right.
No Obstruction. We have some really exciting news, but first we're going to do some introductions. I'm Lindsay. This is Laree. Laree, tell us a little bit about your playing career.
I'm just happy to be here. My name's Laree Beans. I went to Emmaus High School, graduated in 2003, and then I went on to play at the University of North Carolina, go Heels, and now I'm back here in the Lehigh Valley. What about you?
Nice. I too went to Emmaus, graduated with you in 2003, then went on to play at Ball State, go Cards, and now I'm back in the Lehigh Valley myself.
Nice.
And we have some really exciting news to share. We have started a field hockey club.
Yes, we have.
And the name is?
Steel Field Hockey Club. We're starting it off, kicking it off.
This was our first kind of season.
Yeah.
Spring season.
Yes.
We have a lot of more exciting things ahead of us. But let's start maybe with the idea behind it. Good. Now, you have done a lot of coaching.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of playing. So tell us, what was your idea behind starting Steel?
Well, Steel kind of came organically with the whole concept of the experience that I had when I was a kid, with you, with my friends. And I really wanted to recreate that and make it better for our kids and for the community. And I think it's a great thing that we can give back to the community. The kids can learn from us, and hopefully we can create a special team club experience with Steel Field Hockey.
I love that. I have great memories myself of playing. Yeah. So there are a lot of clubs already out there.
Sure.
So what do you think is missing primarily?
Well, there's so much. And parents are constantly looking for what I would call the unicorn of the club, right? They want their child to go to a club that has everything, that does everything. You know, can that be created? I'm not sure. But all I know is what we're trying to do is to create more individualized experiences. So having a coach to player ratio that is making sure each player is getting the attention and feedback that they need.
I love that. And I think we're also creating an environment where they feel safe, where they can talk to hopefully us, their teammates, but also creating a very competitive environment.
Right. There's a line there. You know, we do want this obviously to be an enjoyable experience with their friends, having fun. But we also want to create a competitive and disciplined environment, which is something that we've agreed we enjoyed about our youth playing experience.
Right. And we both have daughters. They're 7, going to be 7. And they have played in the club. Yeah. I think that they've benefited extremely from maybe from just having like other kids their age. But I've seen such a huge difference from when Finley has started to the end. She is very much outgoing, confident, competitive. Yeah. Would you say the same thing with Lenny?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've done a good job. I mean, we've had a couple spring leagues. We did a summer league, a lot of practices. But I think what was cool is the younger kids also got to see the older kids, so like from the U8 all the way up to the U16s. That's very inspiring to younger kids. And we've had a lot of guest coaches. We have a lot of people who we've brought back our playing days of participating in scrimmages and games. But I think the girls have just grown in their confidence and for the love of the game. Right. That's what's important.
And I do think the older girls too, like when these college players come back, and they're more current than we are, of course. We haven't played in 20 years, but they just enjoy learning from them, and they can relate to them. And I think too, we had Katie Dixon come. She played at UNC. She's currently on the US team. Yeah. She was a guest coach. I think all the girls love that. It's just getting like a different viewpoint of coaching from a different person, per se.
Yeah, trying to inspire young athletes, you know, as hockey players and as people is important to develop both of those pillars of Steel Field Hockey, to make sure both of those are being paid attention to and focused on.
And I like that you said developed as a person, because we have played over our time a lot of sports. Yeah. And I think that is pretty much the crutch of who we are. Yeah. Like sports have formed us into resiliency. Playing with your team has created just lifelong friendships, like relying on somebody other than yourself, like just showing up every day. And I think that's important too, not just the game of hockey, but really growing these into young women.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I think another important part of this too is, learning what these players are able to do now and where they can be taken to. And I think we've talked a lot about this. We are going to do some things within the club to have player evaluations that are going to be going on so that you can look and see, okay, a year ago, my child could do A, B, and C. They needed to improve, D and E, and now they've improved in that. And I hope that we can try to give parents the feedback about how their kid has been developing. Because as you asked me before, I think that's important for a club to give back to their community and their players. So
100%. And I think that gives them the yardstick too, to look and be like, okay, I'm not so strong on my reverse. That is something I individually have to work on. Yeah. And then give them that choice to grow as a player on their own.
Yeah.
So that is exciting news. And I think too, for the older girls who are starting to maybe look to the future, college, I think that especially you who have strong connections in the collegiate world, a good source of college recruiting support.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully the goal of the club is to have you start here when you're 7 and that we can take you on that journey. And if college is something that you want to do, then we can help you make the steps to make that happen. And that assistance is really vital. It's a really strange world to get into the world of college recruiting, especially as a parent who has not done this with a child. It's very daunting. And we're hoping to make that an element for our older kids as well within the club.
Right. And I mean, I was recruited 20 years ago, so obviously things have changed. But just having someone that can walk you through that. It is a terrifying process, but it's ultimately the end goal of a lot of our players. They want to play at the collegiate level. And I think it's going to be so amazing to help these girls realize what they can do and their dreams.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then hopefully create like a full circle moment. You'll go play college, but you'll want to come back and spread what you know to the next generation of hockey players.
Yeah.
And I think that's also a great environment of Steel. It's like more family oriented. I think you're going to always have support. You're going to always have someone to talk to who's going to help you out no matter what. So I think that also separates ourselves from other
I think you bring up a great point. I think sometimes some of the clubs, they become a little disjointed from the coaches and the player membership. And I think something that's neat about our group is, for most of us, we've all played Division I hockey. We are highly competitive people, but we're also mothers. Right. And we understand that there is more to hockey. And that's why the relationship is so important to us. Relationships with the kids, with the families, making it more of a community of that you can call on and be supportive of and in. And that's a great point.
Yes, so. I agree wholeheartedly as a mother that this is definitely a club I would want Finley to be a part of.
Yeah.
She is already enjoying herself thoroughly, so that's exciting.
Yes.
But what's to come? Like we're just in the baby steps pretty much, correct?
Correct.
But so much exciting stuff lies ahead.
Yes, and many we're going to expand into the the indoor season, which is always a big hustle. Lots of playing opportunities there. So that's going to be our next big season. In between now and then, we have a few pop-up clinics. We have some things we're looking forward to with goalies in particular. But yeah, indoor is kind of our next big hurrah.
It's very exciting. A lot of fun things are planned for that. Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break to thank our official equipment sponsor, Longstreth. From July 20th to August 17th, all Steel Field Hockey Club members will receive an additional discount up to 20% using the club code received after registration. So we have the fall and winter indoor season to look forward to. And I know that all kind of is locally bound. Is there anything any tournaments or any other competition that's outside of the local realms?
Right. That's a good question. So, for the younger ages, starting at 6 years old. It is a development program. We're trying to give you the fundamentals. We're trying to make you grow as a player. As you get older, even into U10, we're going to be going and traveling, and we are a competitive travel club team, which requires commitment from kids, and parents are a big part of that. And you're driving. But travel club, we are going to take teams all up and down the East Coast to all sorts of indoor and outdoor tournaments. So indoor, we have things such as NITs, which is the National Indoor Tournament. We have National Indoor Festival that we can attend, multiple indoor tournaments that are competitive, that we want and need to be into. Outdoor, we're going to go to things such as the National Field Hockey Festival, which is in Naples. Hopefully that's something we're going to do in the next couple of years. We're looking to travel to Florida for some tournaments. And why this is important is because this provides the exposure for a U14, U16 player to be seen by college coaches and to have great competition. Another opportunity that we would have to work extremely hard to kind of scratch the surface is to try to get in the regional club championship, national club championship realm, which would be difficult for us as a young club, but that's kind of a long-term plan.
Well, there are definitely a lot of exciting plans in the future.
Right. Another plan is we are excited that we're going to have a facility, an indoor facility, with the next couple years that I think is going to help advance our players quicker, and also we would be able to provide more individualized training.
Right.
So a big goal of ours, is to provide this training. Okay, you want an individual session, great. Maybe we have some small group trainings of 3 to 5 players. That's something else we really want to make sure that we provide for our membership.
That's great. And I mean, I couldn't be more jazzed about this, but who is this open to?
That's a great question. This is open to anyone from around the area that wants to join and play. You can be 6 years old up to, I guess, before you go to college. So, and the goal is
to get you there.
Hopefully get you there.
Yeah.
So, we want you at 6. We want to try to develop you all the way through. But the club is open to anyone that would like to try out and join. So,
well, Laree, after just coaching just a small little bit of this, I gotta say I couldn't be more thrilled. Well, and I think this is going to be something so amazing for all these kids. And just to watch each player go through the program and grow, it's something that we're really looking forward to, as well as the podcast. So this is our first episode, but we already have an exciting guest for our second one.
Already?
Yes. We're going to have a former player, Autumn Kernickel, join us. And she's currently playing at Ohio State. So we are going to see what she has to say. So
yeah, that's
probably more thrilling than listening to us talk about ourselves. So that will be the next podcast. And I hope you enjoyed the first podcast officially for No Obstruction. Tweet.